Good morning, students. Let us begin with another lecture. Okay. In the last time when we had interaction, we saw that the exercise of chapter number 2, that is matter around us pure. Okay. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about, or we are going to just recapitulate the points that we have learned in the last chapter. So see, um, uh, what was the main points that we have seen in the last chapter is, see, let us discuss those points and then it will help us to learn the third chapter easily. See, the first thing that we have seen in this chapter is the mixture contains more than one substance. Okay. See that there are two types of substances. One was mixture. Okay. One was mixture and the second was pure substance. Okay. Pure substance. So in that, mixtures are the, we saw that mixtures are the substances which are made up of more than uh, you know two substances, one or more than one substance, or like elements and compounds. Okay. Mixed in a proportion. On the other hand, elements and compounds, what are the elements and compounds? That also you have seen. Elements are the substances that are made up of only one type of atom, and the compounds are the substances which are made up of more than one type of atom. Okay. So these mixtures are mainly formed by the combination of more than one substance. Okay, that is one point. Then second thing that we have learned in this chapter is, mixtures can be separated into pure substances using appropriate proportion, appropriate separation techniques. Means these mixtures which are randomly mixed, where the components of the different substances randomly mixed to form a mixture, it doesn't mean that these mixtures can't be separated back into the pure substance. They can be separated, and for that we have different appropriate techniques for this. Okay. So mixtures can be separated. Okay. Then third important point is that the solution is homogeneous mixtures of two or more substances. Homogeneous means homo matlab hota hai same or single layer. Okay. Homo means same or single layer. So homogeneous mixtures of two or more substances. Okay. A solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more than two substances. Means what does it mean? In the homogeneous mixture, there are two types of mixtures again. Okay. The mixtures are classified on the basis of homogeneity, that is homogeneous and heterogeneous. So in that, homogeneous mixtures are those where the two or more than two substances are mixed to form a single layer. So the major component of this homogeneous mixture, okay, the major component of this solution is called solvent, and the minor component is called as solute. Like when you say salt solution, there salt is the solute because it is in less quantity, so it is a minor component, so it is called as solute. And the water, which is in the major quantity, that is called solvent. Okay. So this is important things to know. Then third point is, or fourth point is, the concentration of solution is the amount of solute present per unit volume or per unit mass of the solution. Now concentration is like a strength of the solution. Now concentration means amount of solute in the solvent. For example, we take a salt solution. So how much is the quantity of salt in a per unit volume of the solvent, that is water. Water can per unit volume में, per unit volume मतलब suppose if you take a standard quantity like 100 ml, okay, in 100 ml, per 100 ml water, what is the quantity of salt, whether it is 5 gram, 10 gram, 15 grams. So whatever that known quantity which is present in the given quantity of water, that known quantity is called as this concentration. Okay. Then we have a next point, that is material that are insoluble in solvent and have particles that are visible to naked eyes forms a suspension. See, there are three types of solutions. One we have seen, suspension, the colloids, and the solutions, true solution. Three types of solutions are there: true solution, suspensions, and colloids. So here one of the definition of the suspension you can see the material that are insoluble. So suspensions के अंदर particles जो होते हैं वो insoluble होते हैं, insoluble in a solvent and have a particles that are visible to naked eyes, more than 100 nanometer जो size होती है इसकी, and because of this they are visible to the naked eyes. And such visible particle which can be seen by naked eyes and which are insoluble in a solvent, that forms a suspension when that is dissolved in a, or when that is mixed in the solvent, it is forming not the solution, it forms the suspension. Okay, a suspension is a heterogeneous mixture. Okay, so as I told you, the suspension is heterogeneous because the particles are visible, but the particles are invisible, that is called solution. Okay, you can see the next point is colloids are heterogeneous. Okay, colloids are again heterogeneous. Now colloids are the mixtures in which the particle size is too small to be seen by the naked eyes but is bigger enough to scatter the light. Now see, particles can't be seen by naked eyes, but as they are very small, they are not easily seen by the naked eyes. They are not seen by the naked eyes, but the important thing is that they are big enough, not too big, not too small, means they are big enough to scatter the beam of light. So but is the colloids are useful in industry and daily life. Okay, so colloids are very useful in the industry and daily life. The particles are called the dispersed phase and the dispersed and the medium in which they are distributed called dispersion medium. Okay, now let us to understand this, let me take you to the a table where different examples of suspension and colloids are given. Okay, okay, that is in the let me take you to the topic where the suspensions are there. Okay, see, there are different examples of colloids given here. See, this is the examples of common examples of colloids which are used in the industries also. Now see, colloids are made up of, as I told you just now, dispersed phase and dispersed medium. Okay, dispersed phase and dispersed medium, these two are mixed to form a colloid. Now see, if the aerosol is the type of colloid, aerosol, what aerosol is the type of colloid, there are two types of aerosols. You can see here, if the dispersed phase is liquid and the dispersed medium is gas, then this type of colloid is called as aerosol. An example of this is mist, clouds and fogs. Now if you see fog, in the fog is like particles of water or droplets of water. You see fog, which we call kohra in Hindi. Okay, so that fog is actually a colloid. Now as we see colloids, these particles of fog we can't see by naked eyes. Okay, but that forms the invisible film, I mean that one layer is formed in the air. So how this fog is formed, you can see this fog is formed by in which water droplets, which is liquid, and these droplets are called as dispersed phase. Dispersed phase means dispersed matlab spreaded. Okay, the something that is sprayed in something else. Okay, so liquid is spread in a dispersing medium. Dispersing medium is gas. So in environment, that is in atmosphere, these water droplets are spread. So dispersed phase is liquid, dispersing medium is gas. So gas means air. In the air, these liquid particles are spread, and that forms the aerosol. Second colloid, if you see, again it is aerosol, but smoke, automobiles exhaust. Now see, automobile exhaust means the through silencers of different vehicles, the black type or brown colored smoke is released. Correct? The brown colored smoke which is released through the automobile's exhaust is also a aerosol, and which is also considered as a colloid. So what is the dispersed phase and what is the dispersing medium? Okay, so you can see here, solid is the dispersed phase. Now solid is dispersed phase matlab the particles which are released from the vehicles, the black color carbon particles. You can see if you just touch the silencer of the inner tube of silencer of the vehicles, you will find that these small black color particles, okay, you'll be able to see those black color particles. These are carbon particles. So these carbon particles are released in the air. So air is a dispersing medium क्योंकि उसके अंदर स्प्रेड हो रहा है. So solid particles are spreading in the dispersing medium, that is air, right? So air is a dispersing medium, whereas solid, that is carbon particles, are dispersed phase. Dispersed phase मतलब जो किसी और के अंदर मिलता है, घुलता है. Okay, so the solid, that is carbon particles, are dispersed phase, and dispersing medium is gas, that is air. Now third is foam. Now foam, I don't know whether you know or not. Now foam is nothing but which is used for shaving. Okay, the foam, shaving foams you must have seen. Okay, so you can see here example shaving creams. Now shaving creams जो होती है, that is also one of the type of colloids. Now see, what is a dispersed medium or a dispersing medium here, or dispersed phase and dispersing medium? So see, in the shaving cream, liquid is the dispersing medium. Okay, liquid is dispersing medium, and gas is dispersed phase. Now see, if that foam is kept open for some time, after a few minutes, you can see that this foam disappears. Means all the gas particle trapped in the liquid, okay, or soapy liquid, these bubbles are burst, and this after bursting these bubbles of gas, that disappears. Means foam is a actually type of colloid. Okay, foam is a type of colloid where gas is trapped inside the dispersing medium, that is liquid. Inside the liquid this gas is trapped. Okay, so this is third colloid, that is foam. The fourth is emulsion. Example is face creams and milk. Okay, it is a emulsion. Now see, here both are liquid. Dispersed phase is also liquid, dispersing medium is also liquid. Now see, liquid dispersed phase, dispersing medium, that is called emulsion. Then next is sol. Now sol का example आप देख सकते हैं, milk of magnesia and mud. Okay, milk of magnesia and mud. Now see, sols के अंदर dispersed phase क्या है, dispersing medium क्या है? Dispersed phase is solid. So see the mud, example of mud, if you take, soil is the solid, and soil is mixed in the water, so that is dispersing medium. Soil is mixed in the water, so that is dispersing medium. So liquid is a dispersing medium, solid is mixed in the liquid, that is solid is that is mud is the dispersed phase. Okay, the next example is foam. Okay, foam is again appeared here. Okay, second type of now see, foam is very well known to you. Foam, rubber, sponge, pumice. Okay, these are all colloids only. Now you will say, sir, rubber, how is the colloid? Okay, now in the rubber also you can see the air is trapped inside the air space is present in the foam, right? जो sponge होता है, sponge, okay, inside the sponge there are air spaces. If you put that sponge in the water, air is replaced by water, right? So this is also a type of colloid. So inside the foam, the dispersing medium is the solid. Dispersing medium is solid, and dispersed phase is gas. So gas is spread in the solid, and that forms the foam. Next is gel. Okay, gel is very well known to the kids. Okay, because they apply on their heads. So gel is like also a colloid. So jelly, cheese and butter are the examples of gel. Now see, in the gel also, solid is the dispersed phase, sorry, dispersing medium, and dispersed phase is liquid. Now see, jelly is very soft, and it can change the shape. Okay, when you press that jelly, it can change the shape. So solid is the dispersing medium in which liquid is immersed. Okay, so that is also one of the example of colloids. Next is solid sol. Now solid sol is the name of type of colloid. So where dispersed phase and dispersing medium both are solids. Now you can say the example colored gemstones, milky glass. Okay, these are the different examples of colloids and their components. Okay, and their day to day life में उसके examples हम क्या बोलते हैं उसको, that is also mentioned here. So table is very very important, learn it. Now see, let us go to the points that we were discussing before some time. Okay, uh, see, colloids are heterogeneous mixture in which colloids are heterogeneous mixture in which particle size is too small to be seen by naked eyes but big enough to scatter the light. Colloids are useful in industry in the day-to-day life. Okay, and the particles are called as disperse phase and dispersing medium, which we have seen okay just now. Now next point is pure substances. Now pure substances can be elements and compounds, very very important. That's what we are going to study in the next chapter, elements and compounds. And elements is a form of matter that cannot be broken down by chemical reaction into simpler substance. Now element is the fundamental particle or fundamental substance, which is the purest substance, okay, which we observe in the nature. So pure substances are classified into two types, that is elements and compounds. An element is a pure form of matter and cannot be broken down into more simpler forms. Okay, now see, on the other hand, compounds are the substances which are composed of two or more than two types of elements, okay, chemically combined in a fixed proportion. So जो compounds होते हैं वो chemically combine होते हैं, different elements का combination होता है but in a fixed proportion. Now these things that we are going to study in this next chapter in details. Okay, जो third chapter that we are going to study, that's why I have taken these points to be remembered. These points to be remembered of this chapter number 2 are going to help us to learn the chapter number 3. Okay, so I'm repeating this, or I'm just taking the summary of this. Now next point is pure substances can be elements or compounds, okay, that we have seen just now. Now next is properties of compounds are different from its constituent elements, whereas a mixture shows the property of its constituent elements or a compounds. Now see, when I mix salt and water, when I mix salt and water, so what happens, that water is tasted salty, right? So it's a mixture, it's a homogeneous mixture. Salt water or salt solution is a homogeneous mixture. Now that's what is mentioned here, mixture shows the properties of its constituent elements. Now इसमें जो constituent elements है salt and water है, salt and water है, तो salt का जो property है वो change नहीं हुआ है. Salt का जो saltiness है, that saltness or the taste of the salt is preserved as it is when the mixture is formed. The property is not changed, but in the compounds formation, different forms of its जो properties है, different constituents है, different components जो होते हैं compound के. For example, let me give you example. H2O जो होता है, H2O is a compound. In the H2O, this is considered as a compound, or this is a compound only. So in this compound, constituent elements are hydrogen and what another constituent is oxygen. So अगर oxygen and hydrogen are the constituent components, तो इसके अंदर जो होता है H2 plus O2 होता है. ओके, ये तो हो गया उसका डिकम्पोजिशन. बट फॉर्मेशन कैसे है? फॉर्मेशन इस तरीके से है, H2 plus O2 gives H2O. सो हाइड्रोजन गैस एंड ऑक्सीजन गैस मिलके वाटर बनता है. हाइड्रोजन प्लस ऑक्सीजन gives water. So you can see here what is mentioned in this this point. The properties of compound are different from the constituents elements. Properties of compounds are different from constituent elements. So constituent elements are oxygen gas and hydrogen gas. These are the constituents. And ये compound बन गया उनके combination से. तो इसकी प्रॉपर्टी इन दोनों से बिल्कुल अलग है. और इसके अंदर हाइड्रोजन की प्रॉपर्टी, इसके अंदर ऑक्सीजन की प्रॉपर्टी इज नॉट द सेम as these constituent elements. What does it mean? Let me explain. This hydrogen, if you take individual hydrogen, it burns. If you take individual oxygen, it supports the combustion. Okay, so property of these individual components, if you see, one burns, that is a fuel. Hydrogen is act as a fuel, that means it burns itself. Oxygen on the other hand supports the burning. It helps in burning, as we have studied that in the earlier classes, that we cannot burn anything without oxygen. Now point is, उनके combination से जो बनता है water, this is H2O, formed by the combination of these two, is having no property of hydrogen and oxygen. Now see, water, can you burn the water? Okay, can you put water in your bike, okay, motorbike, as a fuel? No. Reason that it cannot burn. Okay, so, or neither it supports the burning, but on the other hand it stops, extinguishes the fire. Means property is completely changed when the combination takes place, or chemical combination होने के बाद the property of individual substance completely changed. So that's what is mentioned here. See, the properties of the components or compound are different from its constituents elements. But ये mixtures में होता है क्या? No, in mixture it does not take place. Okay, salt की जो test है वो retain हो जाती है as it is salt solution में. Okay, sugar की property retain हो जाती है sugar solution में, क्योंकि वो mixtures है. But hydrogen की property retain नहीं होती है in the compounds when the water is formed. Oxygen property of oxygen is not retained when the water is formed. So the property completely changes. So these are the important points which are going to be very useful in the next chapter that we are going to study. And the chapter is the chapter that we are going to study is the elements and compounds. Okay, so we are going to study elements and compound chapter in very details. But before going to that, I would like to explain you the I'd like to explain you this important points, that is elements and compounds that we have studied in the 8th standard. Now in 8th standard we have studied about the atoms and molecules, elements, physical properties of elements. So these physical properties are, we are going to study first in this chapter. So before starting this, I suggest you that you should read the this chapter carefully so that we'll understand, and also recall the chapter that we have studied in the 8th standard. Okay, that's all for today.